Oh, the excitement and the buzz emanating from Seattle off of an epic campaign for Chris Petersen and his crew a year ago. Pac-12 champs, not to mention a semifinal spot as well. Coach, really appreciate you stopping by with us. You've already made my day. You're the first coach that we're having on set. You walk up, and I am back in good graces. I'm now an OKG, because sometimes I'm in and out with you.
Yeah.
I never know where I stand.
Yeah, new season, new start. We're starting fresh.
Yeah.
You're good. Till you cross the line, and you're back.
I'll make my way on camp. Yeah, that actually sounds fairly accurate. I mentioned the fact that it was a semifinal appearance for you guys last year. It was a ton of fun to cover your football team and watch what you guys were able to accomplish a year ago. I know that a lot of times it's hard in the moment for players and coaches to really get what's happening at that time. You've now had some time to reflect on the experiences, a 12-win campaign, tying a school record. What's memorable for you when you look back to what happened a season ago?
You know, I think this. We probably don't take enough time still to reflect back.
Yeah.
You just kind of move on to the next thing, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But, and I even hate saying this because everybody talks about the journey and the process, but that's really what it was. We enjoyed that team last year every week. Just how hard they trained, competed, got better.
Yeah.
You could just feel it. But really, and I've said this a couple times, that team started really the year before when our record was pretty average, but you could feel those kids training and doing it like they were supposed to, and so it just doesn't happen overnight. It's just that long process, and I mean that's what I think about. That's the reflection. Like the process was correct.
You know, Coach, when I look at coaches, I love coaches with great balance, and I see you definitely have that. Speaking to your players, last season everyone had high expectations for you guys. You guys met them. Now you guys are the circle team. You can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
And you talked about the process. Is there anything different mentally going into this season versus last season?
Well, you know, I think we do like our process, and I think if we can just stay to it, you know, everybody, you know, expectations, whether they're low. You know, some people will like that because it can put a chip on guys' shoulder. If they're high, then you start worrying about that. I think we work so hard on just paying attention to ourselves. And I think if you pay attention to the outside expectations, whether they're good or bad, it takes so much of the fun and joy out of the process. Like, that's what you lose when you're paying attention to the world we live in. So this is hard to do, right? Easy to say.
Right.
But if you're just going to pay attention to the people that are saying good or bad things, it really just takes the joy out of this process. And that's why I think it's so important. Let's just focus on ourselves. And if the kids, you know, they get that, they understand that. It's like they know how it should go. It's hard, tough work. But that's where we can't worry about the outside. It takes away the beauty of the process.
Yeah. You know, when we're on your campus for practice, Curtis and I will get on the phone, and we love the process of teaching the 6-inch step, the little release at the line of scrimmage, and being around your team this offseason. You take that off the field with Real Life Wednesdays. It seems like you just continually are coaching these guys, regardless of the 12-win campaign, the championship, the rings. What have you noticed at how that's impacted your student athletes?
Yeah, I think I think all the stuff that we do off the field with the guys in terms of like really trying to help them outside of football. These kids are passionate about football, so it does take some time away from football. And so after they start hearing kind of some of these same messages, you know, it's like, are we going to spend time? But at the end of the day, they really appreciate it. I know that. I can see the look in their eye. I know when they come back. I know when they talk to you guys, when they're talking about those things, that it is important. And I say that. I think Washington is too cool of a place to just be all about football. You know, I think this college football, this platform that these kids get we'll just use this as a platform to connect them to everything else that's cool in life. We can play championship football, but also like be about so much more than just football.
Fortune 500 companies, the fact that a lot of these players are going to be in a major city, get those internships, do those things. I remember being on campus a year ago during our training camp tour, and you had said, I want guys who love football. And that's easy to say. A lot of coaches can say that they want that, but you're getting some of those guys. I'm curious from your perspective, Coach, when you go into a home and you're recruiting a player, and people say, oh, you know, that father figure type. One of the cool things that we all experience at Pac-12 Network, and it's 6 years now, but I remember in our 4th year, talking to players that were freshmen when we first launched the network and the maturity that they displayed as seniors, like almost like different kids. And I'm not around them day to day, but you sort of see the evolution. You are, and now all of a sudden you see guys like Kevin King, all these players that are now making the jump to Sundays, realizing their dreams. What's that like for you to be a part of that process?
That's what this thing's all about. And in fact, we were just talking, about some of those guys, Keyshawn Bierria and Jake Browning coming down here. We were talking about Darrell Daniels and Kevin King, those guys. I mean, to really watch those. I mean, I think Jake Browning, as a young guy, even saw those guys grow and mature, and everybody's so happy for him. But that's what this job's all about. It's certainly about watching them mature and become these elite football players, but it's also about watching them just be really cool individuals as well. That's why we do this.
Speaking of cool individuals, we were at practice, and I never forget watching Kevin King work with a freshman wide receiver after practice. I mean, it was probably like 30 minutes after practice, and here you got this guy who is a leader of the team, helping a guy. I don't even think he played last season. You talk about leadership. And in the secondary, I fell in love with your secondary. Buda Baker, Sidney Jones, Kevin King, those are my guys. That's going to be hard to replace. Talk about some of the guys that are competing for those spots for me.
Is he trying to make me feel bad? Those are good players. That's the curse and the beauty of college football. That's the goal, is to graduate them, to move them on, and then bring up this new young crew. And that's what we have there. And we really like the talent. It's young talent. And it's going to be so interesting and exciting to watch these guys. They know what the standard is. They know what it looks like. Now, it takes a minute to get there. You're just not going to you don't just reload that and go play like Kevin, play like Buda. Right. But they know what it looks like. They know what it feels like, and we'll get them there. That's the trick, is really good coaching, is how fast can we get them there.
Right. Coach, a former quarterback yourself, been around a lot of talented quarterbacks. Now with Jake entering a year after the success he had last year, do you talk to him differently? Do you approach him differently? He's not a peer, obviously, but he is pretty seasoned in terms of being within your program and your system.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. I think we treat all those guys kind of the same all the time. And the way Jake carried himself as a freshman coming in, I mean, he was a little bit wise beyond his years. If he wasn't in class, he was sitting in our coaches' meetings, and so that's not really that different. And so what's nice about it is having 3 years kind of under our belt of just getting to know him as, not just a player, but as a person, and him getting to know me and getting to know our coaches. I mean, that's, again, that's the process. That's the beauty of coaching, is really getting to touch these kids' heart and souls.
I know Jake Browning is going to be coming up here with Ashley Adamson. He is, in a lot of ways, the focal point of this offense, and rightfully so because of his role. You talk about him as a player, his evolution on the football field. What's that one thing that you've kind of hammered home, over the last couple months as he's recovering, trying to get back to, 100% that you want to see from him?
Yeah, I think that's the unique thing about Jake and a lot of our players, is it's, we're not reinventing the wheel. Yeah. It's not something that we are talking to him differently than we did when he was a freshman. We have our fundamentals that really matter at that quarterback position, of being an accurate thrower, being a great decision maker, about being able to throw the ball in confined, tight spaces. That's what the great quarterbacks do. So it's not a different message. Yeah. We're just trying to get him better at those things. And so, I always think that if coaches come out, now he's got to do this. That's not how we approach it. It's the same stuff over and over. Yeah. And can he bring that intent and that laser focus day after day to move his game this much? And if he does, it'll be good for the Huskies.
He is clearly an OKG. I have gotten to that status. If I deliver water or towels in a timely fashion, that'll keep my level of OKG.
There's more to it than just that, Mike. I mean, see, that's the problem.
I don't think he gets it.
You don't get it. I thought just when you start
to
figure this out.
But I'm trying to figure it out. So you're going to coach me up.
I like that you're working at it.
Did he lose some points with that one?
He did, but we'll talk again when he gets to Seattle, if he comes to Seattle.
All right. Tonight at dinner, I'm going to have to make sure that I wiggle my way into holding on to that status. Coach, appreciate you stopping by with us. Best of luck to you this upcoming season.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yes.